It's Kathleen Pierce with Hospitality Maine, and I am at Shade at Higgins Beach Inn. The surf's up, and we have a new chef.
Hi everyone, I'm Carrie Allen, new executive chef here at the Higgins Beach Inn.
And Carrie is about to show us how to make her new world-famous crab cakes, which I understand are gluten-free.
That's right, most of the menu actually.
And you were just telling me, we're experiencing a few technical difficulties, so we had time to chat, that this takes only 10 minutes. 10 minutes to make a crab cake.
Just about. I had the luxury of measuring everything out beforehand, so it might take you a little bit longer at home, but generally it's a pretty quick recipe. Easily thrown together, weeknight dinner.
Sounds good. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready. Are you
Okay,
ready?
I'm going to flip this around and we're going to learn crab cakes.
Perfect. So, to start, I have purchased a combination of jumbo lump crab and rock crab, which comes from the Gulf of Maine here. I just find that it gives a better texture overall to the crab cake, and I, obviously partnering with GMRI, want to be using as much local seafood as possible. So to this mixture, we are going to gently fold in our wet ingredients, which are eggs, mayonnaise, Old Bay seasoning, lemon juice, a little bit of Worcestershire, and some salt. So I know it doesn't look all that appetizing, but believe me, believe me. So we're gonna gently fold this in, trying our best not to break up that crab meat. As gently as possible. Perfect. So then to this, we need to add our binder to keep it all together. Typically, one would use a plain old panko breadcrumb, crushed up Ritz crackers, but in my case, I want to keep it gluten-free. So these are easily and readily accessible gluten-free panko breadcrumbs. So we're just going to sprinkle some of these in. And again, mix ever so gently just to bring it all together. And I hope you both are hungry because clearly we have a lot of crab cakes to make here.
And Carrie, you were telling me that this is on your brand new menu here at Shade.
It is, and it is one of the best sellers already. We've only been open for a few weeks, but we are blowing through crab cakes.
And you have a lot of gluten-free items on your menu.
Yes, many. Everything coming out of the fryer is actually gluten-free. We have developed a dredge, which we use for things like the calamari and the fish for the fish tacos, that is made from potato starch and rice flour. So it gives that nice crispy coating that one would want with a fried item, but it is accessible for everyone, you know, with celiac disease and also just a gluten intolerance. So to this, I also just folded in a little bit of parsley for color. And we'll give it one final mix. I think that looks pretty good. Don't lose an eyebrow.
Or more.
There we go. So we're just gonna let that heat up a little bit. And here I have some clarified butter. If you don't have this at home, which many people don't, just plain old melted butter is fine. But you will want to watch your temperature because milk solids tend to burn more quickly.
And while we're waiting, we have a little bit of an audience. Diana Fletcher, do you know her? She's a regular. She told me how great you are.
Oh, nice. Hi, Diana.
If anyone has any questions for Carrie, she's taking them.
Absolutely.
Crab cakes or otherwise, right?
Yes, exactly. Seafood heavy menu this year. I think that was an important thing to keep given our proximity to the beach. So in addition to these beautiful crab cakes, we offer fish tacos, jumbo shrimp cocktail. I'm just gonna lightly press that down.
Tell us the technique here, Carrie.
There really isn't one. Just a nice scoop. You don't want to compact the crab because then you wind up with a dense crab cake. You want to keep it as light as possible. And this is mostly meat. It doesn't have a whole lot of filler. So we do just want to keep it as nice and light as possible. That's a big guy. I just want to keep it together. Perfect. So these will probably take a few minutes on one side, and then we'll flip them to the next. I'm just fixing the shape for us. Free form, that's what we call this. Free form crab cakes. Got a nice sizzle going on. So I think in the meantime, we'll work on our plate. So for the garnish here at Shade, I like to start with our sauce, which is a wonderful Cajun aioli that we make here in Spice in-house. It has a really nice spice to it. And I'll just let that kind of settle out on the plate.
Tell us about your background while we're waiting for this delicious meal.
Oh, I grew up outside of Portland, and my family really, I mean, my love for food came from my family. We ate farm to table before it was actually cool and a trend. So we had a very, very large garden, which we would rotate crop, you know, in the middle of the season. So we'll start with some short-lived things and plow it up and go to the next crop. But I mean, I spent my summers picking vegetables and weeding and canning and pickling and...
Sounds like a homesteader.
Exactly. So I think that's really where my love for food started. Flash forward, I actually went to school for marketing and business, which I think is very helpful given the nature of running a restaurant and a kitchen.
Yes.
And it allows me to really understand, right, the business background of things.
Yeah, very important.
Not just cooking in the kitchen.
So 6 people are watching. What should they be looking for at this point in the crab cake?
They should be looking for a nice bubble and for it starting to brown around the edges, which I believe we're starting with. Sometimes, you know, I'll rotate them a little bit, just ensuring that they cook evenly on the sides, and in a couple of minutes, we will flip them and hope for the best. And hope for the best. Not quite yet.
So tell the public here, Carrie, what else is on your new menu here at Shade?
So in addition to these beauties, I do a jumbo shrimp cocktail with something that we call our secret sauce, and you will have to try it to find out what is actually in it. Yes, it is a secret. We have, let's see, on the appetizer menu, I'm doing a flash fried calamari, which is gluten-free, and that comes with a lemon aioli and some pickled hot peppers for heat.
Oh.
Yes. We have our pickle brined wings, which were a favorite last year, so we've brought those back.
Some favorites are coming back.
Some favorites are definitely coming back.
Ooh, this is smelling really good.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
And for some of the people that have just joined us, like Emily, what are the ingredients here?
So in this, I have a combination of jumbo lump crab and rock crab, which comes from the Gulf of Maine. Here, we, as a liquid binder, have eggs, mayonnaise, Worcestershire, lemon juice, some Old Bay seasoning, and I've thrown some parsley in for color. And then as a binder, we've added our gluten-free panko breadcrumbs.
Thank you.
To make sure that these are edible to everyone. So we're gonna test this out here. Got a little bit of breakage, but that happens. Because we just mixed these up, they tend to be a little bit more delicate. Allowing them to sit in the refrigerator for an hour prior to actually cooking will prevent that from happening. Just gives that panko a little bit of time to soak up some of the liquid and make the whole thing just a little more solid.
How did you come up with a recipe?
So this is trial and error. Trial and error. I've been making these at home for a very long time. And it wasn't until recently that I started playing around with, gluten-free substitutions. And I found that this panko product works really well in a variety of applications.
So that's your go-to?
That is my go-to
ingredient?
Absolutely. You can turn it heat a little bit on this. Just let her go.
And also, Carrie, I'm kind of struck by how youthful you are.
Oh, thank you.
And a lot of people out here are wondering, how do I get into the culinary industry? Can you
Man.
tell us about your
Experience.
journey
For me, I didn't actually go to culinary school. I went to business school. Cooking was a hobby, and it was something that I did well. And worked, part-time in restaurants, catering companies, small little delis, all through school, high school and college. And it just became a logical next step upon graduation. I loved food. I wanted to be involved with it, and I don't want to call it wasn't a crisis, but when you're thinking about your life and choosing a career path that you're going to be immersed in for 40 years, you want to do something that you love.
Absolutely. Another question, Carrie, from Diana. Do you source ingredients from your own garden?
Well, I used to. Unfortunately, I don't have a garden today, but we are in the process of building some raised beds here at Shade and are going to put in a wide variety of heirloom tomatoes to put on the menu for the summer.
Breaking news here at Higgins Beach Inn. So that'll be in August?
That will be, hopefully in August. I mean, you can buy seedlings, right? So expect them maybe late July if we're lucky and the weather cooperates. Yeah, exactly.
Great. We'll
Exactly.
be looking for that.
And that's for our heirloom tomato plate, which is one of the salads that we do here at Shade. I make my own ricotta cheese in-house and pair it up with a variety of heirloom tomatoes, both full size and cherries. And it comes with a balsamic glaze and fresh basil, Malden sea salt, Marcona almonds. I mean, it's wonderful. It's everything that you'd want for a summer dish.
I'm getting hungry, and so is the public. What time are you open for dinner?
We open for dinner. Unfortunately, we're closed Monday and Tuesday just for the next couple of weeks. We go 7 days a week, probably at the end of June. But we open for dinner Wednesday through Sunday at 4 p.m. Happy hour. Oysters are half off, which is very important.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Thank you, everyone, for sharing this. And I just want to reiterate, if you like what you're seeing, definitely share this. Thanks. It's still happening.
All right. So I'm going to give this another 30 seconds, and then we will pull them off and plate them up. Still got a nice
They look amazing.
golden brown. Okay. So we'll put one here. And one here. I promise everyone, they're prettier in the restaurant. And I have some local microgreens that we've been topping these with. These are radish microgreens, which are some of my favorite. They have a nice spicy bite to them. And they are ready to go, although I'm sure very hot.
Well, they look amazing. And of course, one of the best things about these crab cakes and all the food here at Shade is that you're a step from the beach and you can enjoy it under the shade on your amazing deck.
Isn't that the truth? And it's a nice deck.
Nice deck, nice day. Well, thank you so much.
What could you ask for?
Not much. Here's to a great season down here at Higgins Beach Inn with Carrie Allen behind the oven.
Thank
and maybe
you.
you'll be out and about meeting people in the. Do you come out to?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, great.
Come in and tell me about the video. I'll say hi.
Crab cakes on the menu all summer long. Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.